If you want to look good, feel good, and have so much energy that people can feel it when you walk in a room, stay tuned because I feel like I have that now, but I didn't always have it. I'm going to be telling you exactly what I wish I knew now back years ago so I could get here a lot faster. So stay tuned. First, I'm going to really get into like my background and tell you how I got here and why health and wellness is so important to me. If you don't care and you just want results, skip to the end of the video and I'll dive more into that. So, my wellness journey started around 11th, 12th grade. It was really unhealthy. I was I was overweight, like based on my like BMI in gym class. I was not in the range that I wanted to be in or that was seemed healthy. So I didn't know better. So I did a really cold turkey approach and just really stopped eating. I ate under 700 calories. I remember my family would be like eating pasta and enjoying their time together. And I was cooking asparagus, no oil, just crusty, maybe like a pinch of salt and a piece of chicken, which is like a good meal, but that was my only meal, plus like a coffee that was 300 calories. And that's where my calories ended for the day. So I did this, and then I realized that that was really bad. So I went into another diet. At the time, I thought diets fix everything. So I went paleo. In paleo, you can't eat dairy, legumes, and it's very much like how a caveman would eat, but there's not a lot of calories at all. So I did that for 3 months, very restricting. I didn't go hang out with my friends. I worked at a fast food place at the time. I refused to eat anything, drink soda. Um, I thought that if I did that stuff, like I was a bad person, it was going to lead me to being overweight and then nobody would like me. It was also like a mental game that I was going through. So I did that for 3 months. I will say that I did lose weight, and this was the jump start of my weight loss journey. I'm not saying that's the healthiest way to do it, but it did teach me like a foundation of what I absolutely don't want in my life whatsoever, and that is restricting eating. But I didn't learn that yet. It kept going into other diets until I found what works for me. I really thought that there was going to be a diet out there that fixed all my problems. I would lose weight. I would just be a mega woman, so hot, strut down the street, and that would be life. I would feel great. So I went into another diet, and that was being vegetarian at first. So I watched some documentaries during COVID of how they treat animals. I guess it really like hit home with me, and I went straight vegetarian, no meat. However, I didn't replace it with good protein. I replaced it with like artificial patties. And if this works for you, go ahead. But with research and like, I just don't think it's the best, especially for my body. So I didn't eat dairy and I didn't eat meat. And then I went into like vegan too. We'll get into that. But it was super restricting. Um, I remember doing it for about 2 weeks and saying, if I like this, I'm going to stick with it. And then it became my personality. I was a vegetarian. I didn't really eat out. I will say this diet did give me a great foundation of how to cook food. Let me tell you, my vegetable intake was popping off. I'd have like 8, 10 vegetables at a meal. I say that's wonderful. Tofu, beans, vegetables. If you're going to do it that way, I would say that's also a healthy diet. I just found it restricting and not long lasting. To be honest, your girl loves dairy. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I can't get enough of it. And removing that from my life, it's just not sustainable. It's going to be there. She's always there. Just an angel, especially cottage cheese. But so I decided being vegetarian wasn't enough. It wasn't proven to like heal my overweight self, or I didn't feel good. And so I went vegan. This was even more restricting. I think, honestly, the restriction of the diet made me comfortable in a way. I'm just like thinking about this out loud. But like I had control where in other parts of my life I didn't have control. So I zoomed in to my diet and I didn't break from that at all. Like your girl wouldn't even eat a cookie. I was counting calories like it was my job. If I were to get paid for that, I'd be a millionaire and I wouldn't be working right now. Anyways, I ended up getting the worst acne ever. It was all over my face. I spent about a year going through like brutal breakouts where I didn't want to go outside. So I was like, it's sedary. What else am I eating? I drove myself insane because I thought one food was causing it all. So I went on Accutane and then my acne got better. And after that, I was really struggling because I felt like I was lost without a diet. I started to eat meat a little bit more, and who am I without a restricted diet? I've spent years not eating certain foods, so I was just completely confused about what was going to give me the results. I wanted to be like not skinny, but like have muscle and look good and like be young and athletic looking, I guess, and like fast and strong, like a power woman. But I was having like a mental crisis because I didn't know what to eat. So I decided to just start eating less processed foods and more whole foods. And this is tip number one, is a whole foods diet. And then also tip number two merged in, but honestly, all of that trial and error really made me who I am today. And I don't know if I would learn what my body really loves and what makes me feel great without going through all of those different diets. If you go out of this video and you eat a whole foods diet, I guarantee, okay, I won't guarantee because you might have like underlying issues of something else. But for most cases, it will make you feel incredible getting rid of most of the unprocessed junk that's sold in America. Sorry, I could go on a rampage about that. But, anyways, when I found a whole foods diet, I was whole again, especially because it's not restricting. If I ate a cookie today and I ate a sandwich that isn't very good for me, and you know what? I don't care because most of the time I cook at home and it's healthy, and I trust that I'll continue to do that. And that's going to lead into tip number two or three because we just went over two. So, my tip number three is to become the healthy person. And let me explain that. In the beginning, I felt like who am I to say I'm a healthy person when I have no idea what is going on? If you know what means, yeah. I really did not know what was going on. However, after a couple diets, after feeling good, after getting more athletic, I absorbed this healthy girl energy. People come to me about the health questions and I eat it up. I just feel like it's such a good personality trait to be healthy and to want to live a long, great, and nourishing life. And that has helped me because every time I make the decision, it comes back to my core of who I am, and that's a healthy girl. A healthy girl, a healthy girl. And I think we should start a healthy girl club. So DM me if you want to be in. But, anyways, changing my personality to being that it's incredible. I don't care if you're 10 times the weight you should be based on a BMI. Have the confidence and just keep. Most of the time, I don't have the confidence, but I walk in like it's my room and it becomes mine. Own it. And that's all I'll say is that I'm here for the girls going in the gym and being confident and just loving moving their body and eating healthy and learning how to become better. That's all we really can do. You're going to make mistakes, you're going to mess up, and most of the time, what you're going to do next isn't going to be the solution that fixes all your problems. You learn through the journey what works for you and what doesn't. And I'm so glad that I started this wellness journey a while ago. And the best time to start, I really don't know that quote, but let me think. The best time to start, if you didn't start yesterday, is today. So, yeah, that was a lot of me rambling on. But my tips are a whole food diet, go through the diets to learn what works for you and to become the girl that owns the gym or eating healthy. Make it your personality, even if you're uncomfortable with it. Just dive deep right into it. I promise you that the wellness space will give back to you and you're just going to feel incredible. Watch along. I'm going to go into more like scientific, deep talks about health and what I've learned throughout my journey and losing weight. But if I were to start tomorrow, today, that's exactly what I would do. Those tips. So if you want more information on that, comment, DM me, and let me know because I'll dive deep into it. I love talking about this. I ramble. But yeah, I'm super excited to have this channel to share all of the knowledge that I've learned throughout these years. And thank you so much for watching. Follow along, click the subscribe button. I don't know where it goes.